Oh, God. When will MAGA learn to stop embarrassing America? When will MAGAs learn to comport themselves? When will MAGAs learn that people do not really give an F about them? When will they learn that wherever they find themselves, like nobody literally even see them as if they exist? Did you guys see what really happened in that Readers' Cup? Did you guys see the scenarios and everything, the clips that flied online? It baffles me that these people cannot even realize that live TV is going to be carrying every single silly attitude they are going to be doing there. Anyways, welcome back again to the channel. It's Sonia and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If this is the first time tuning in, do subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments. And lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And guys, let's go ahead. Let me roll out the clips I have for you guys. Make sure you watch this video from beginning to the end and let me know exactly what you think about this particular video. And don't forget that credit belongs to original creators of every clips and stitches you have in our today's episode. This is just for educational purposes. Let's go and watch how these people actually flopped and what MAGAs theirself have to say to theirself.
I'm sorry, but the more different footage I see of it, the more disgraced I am in the American crowd. I mean, look at this. This is just such a clear angle. McIlroy's celebrating, walking to the next hole. Here's his wife there, and she just gets absolutely nailed for no reason with a drink that someone threw from the crowd. And you can see everyone reacting, all the security reacting. Here's another angle of that same thing. You can see the can being thrown over and hitting her, which then rightfully Rory is incredibly pissed off with. And I can't help but feel this is just something I'd be disgraced of if it was European crowds. I feel like if I was American, I would be furious at the crowds for behaving like this just because you're losing. I know tensions are high and obviously these matches feel like they're very important, but you shouldn't be throwing things from the crowd, and I shouldn't need to be someone having to come online to say that. It should be really obvious. This is supposed to be an exhibition match for the fun. You do see obviously the security guard comes in and steps in and goes and tries to find the culprit and hopefully kicks them out. But I mean, Rory's wife is just a bystander in all this. She's not playing. Even if Rory is playing, he doesn't deserve to have things thrown at him. I would just be embarrassed to be an American sports fan right now if this is how they're going to behave at Bethpage.
This is the most ridiculous joke in American sports history. I showed up personally despite my busy schedule to support Team USA, and you lot act like a bunch of sore losers blaming me for the defeat. When I stepped onto Bethpage Black, your captain Keegan Brady honored me with my signature dance and even bowed to me. Scotty Scheffler and J.J. Spawn greeted me warmly too. That's real respect. And what about the European players? They ignored me like cowards, and yet they won the match. What does that prove? Losers make excuses, winners get on with it. The same media that accused me of stealing the spotlight when I presented the Club World Cup trophy now spread rumors I stole the trophy when I showed it at the White House. Now they're even trying to pin Team USA's loss on me. Listen, if I had the power to jinx a match, don't you think I would have used it long ago to bankrupt every one of my opponents?
They deserve it. They're in the States. They're in New York City. What do they expect? They know.
Hasn't it crossed the line, some of this stuff?
Absolutely not.
Did you give some to Rory?
Every time he stepped on the first tee box.
Anytime you're away at a Ryder Cup, you're going to get chirped a little bit. I think it comes with the territory. I really do.
Poop! You got poop on your shirt!
You know, show some respect. They're still out there doing their thing. And yes, it's competition, but it
may have spurred them on. Might have backfired.
At 100%.
Why do you feel the need to give him foul language, abusive
love
words?
him. That's the awful reality.
It's a sign of respect, is
We
it?
love him. Except during these couple days.
It's just too damn good.
It sucks.
Right?
Sitting here watching the Ryder Cup and how fucking obnoxious the U.S. crowd is. Think about that. Do you know how expensive it is to go to the Ryder Cup? And what kind of people are in the crowd? And they're fucking acting like this? We are an embarrassment.
Possibly controversial take, but the Americans are resorting to being rude to Rory and Shane at the Ryder Cup and using pretty elementary insults because they've never learned how to be clever and how to have clever chants and insults, for lack of a better word. You see these Premier League European chants And yes, they repeat ole ole all the time. But then you see these fans coming up with chants on the spot about different things, and they're still having fun, enjoying kind of stirring up the other team without resorting to insults about players' weights and families and just yelling F you. And I think it's the art of the clever insult, and it's a very European, may I even say British, skill. And yes, this is incredibly biased. I was born and raised in England. It is what it is. But that's just my potentially controversial take.
Do people really think that Europe's going to win the Ryder Cup at home? No, they're not going to. Go ahead and save this video if you want to clown on me and tell me to delete my account when they win. People love narratives. It gets to a point where it's just not true, right? Like, we have one guy in the Ryder Cup team complaining about not getting paid. So we pay all our players. Oh no. Now our players are just a bunch of greedy pigs who just want to play for themselves. Also, we're better. The Team USA is better. So why wouldn't we win, right? Like, I know we lost last year in Rome, okay? But we have a better team every year. And yes, Europe pulls off more upsets than is expected. But to just go out there and say that Europe is going to win the Ryder Cup, if you actually believe that, if you think Europe is the favorite to win the Ryder Cup, you've got something messed up there. I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't really matter how good of a team you are in a sport like golf, right? Like, I know there are team games in this Ryder Cup, but we have the better players. It doesn't matter how much they want to win, okay? We're better team, so we're going to win. I just hate the narrative that, oh, the teamwork is not there and it's golf, dude.
I am a proud American, but I am also rooting for Europe at the Ryder Cup, and I did not know that this was a controversial take. The official pictures for all the teams came out. I responded, "Let's go, lads." My brother quote tweeted it, and I didn't even know that this was a big deal. And he was like, "Americans are rooting for Europe. That's a thing." And then the comments were, "This should be an arrestable offense, disgraceful, not a true American. This is a fireable offense." And then I sent it to my group chat, and they responded the same thing, that this is the most insane thing they had ever heard. Outside of LIV, golf is a team sport once a year for the Americans. And pretty much every single one of my favorite golfers, probably outside of Scheffler, because I just appreciate his greatness, are all European. Rahm, Hatton, Lowry, Fleetwood, Justin Rose is a killer, Ludwig Oberg. Like, every person I tune in every single weekend on the PGA Tour to watch is European. And then you flip to the USA team, no disrespect, but Morikawa, Schauffele, Ben Griffin, Patrick Cantlay, JJ Spawn. His putt was obviously great to win the major. But these guys just, they're not who I root for day in, day out. And then they tried to compare it to the World Cup. I'm a Tottenham fan, so I'm fans of a lot of European soccer players. But then when it comes to the World Cup, I obviously support the USA team. But they play multiple times a year in that team format. They play multiple tournaments. I mean, Team USA Golf isn't really a team. They get together once every single year. U.S. men's national team, they're together multiple times a year for weeks upon end, multiple times throughout many different tournaments. I just didn't know this would be a controversial take at all. Are other people with me? I feel like the European team, not only do I think they're going to win in a betting interest, but they just feel more fun to root for. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be there on Sunday, so maybe when I get the crowd behind me, I'll flip. But just team versus team, I didn't even know this was a bad thing, that I'm 100% all in on Europe.
American fans, please stop antagonizing Rory McIlroy. On Friday, McIlroy was angry enough to flip the bird at the American crowd while earning a crucial point in the afternoon 4-ball match. Saturday, he actually told him to shut the F up. This was prompted by the fact that Colin Morikawa and Harris English were mounting a comeback, trailing 4 down after 13 holes to McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood. Morikawa and English won the next 2 holes, and suddenly it was 2 down on the 16th tee. That made things very interesting, and it got the US crowd a little extra riled up. After Harris English hit his approach shot in the alternate shot format to 8 feet, as McIlroy addressed his golf ball, the fans were making all sorts of noise. and cause them to step away and basically tell them to pipe down in a not so safe for work manner. The reigning Masters champ promptly hit his shot to 3 feet and ended the match. This was more proof that the hatred only fuels him.
So you're telling me Europe is allowed to forfeit all of their matches today and still win? After what has already been an embarrassing first 2 days of the Ryder Cup, and still our crowd has the audacity to be rude and inappropriate to Europe? Which, by the way, New York, there's a difference between being patriotic and rude. And it honestly looks more embarrassing when you're coming after a guy as he's standing over his putt and he still makes it. But then after an absolute butt whooping in our own turf, in order for the US to come back today, we have to win 10 out of 12 matches. But then Victor Hovland goes down with an injury, and instead of forfeiting a point, they split it in halves. So both Harris English and Victor Hovland get half a point instead of English getting 1 point. Which literally means that Europe could forfeit all of their matches today and still win. Which, considering we have to make an insane comeback, is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Because I wouldn't blame Europe after all of the chippiness if they wanted to just throw it in our face and forfeit the whole day and still beat us. So yeah, this has been an embarrassing Ryder Cup, but this is the icing on the cake.
These people will never stop making American look like a joke to a lot of people, to be honest, because, like, let that make sense to me that every single act that they actually displayed there did not even sound like a burden to them. This is embarrassing, honestly. This is embarrassing. I already know that they're not going to win, definitely. That I know, because with all of the Yigi Hagas that have been going up and down, how did you even expect them to bring the medal or to bring the cup home? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And for them to go there and start making noise and start making things looking rampant and start wanting to blame one or two person and start picking on one or two opponents, probably because you touched me, because it's really not making sense. I don't know why these MAGAs think that most of the things that they're actually doing, they are doing it the right way. I don't know if they don't ever sit down to think of the repercussions that comes after this thing. And one of the most annoying part is these people will know that definitely all of these things they are doing are media, and medias are going to take them, medias are going to fly with them. But still, they will still decide to do what they think it is best for them. And at the end of the day, we all know that those things they think is best for them is absolutely not the best for them. Because at the end of the day, they are not only embarrassing themselves, but they're embarrassing American as a whole. And it's quite sad. It's honestly quite sad. I have some comments here. Let's take some comments so that you guys can also hear what other persons are saying from their own perspective. And this person said, it is probably too late, but I absolutely believe the Olympic and World Cup should be moved from the US hosting. Exactly. If it's still there, I don't even know why it's still there, because yes, it should be moved, because what's the point of still leaving it there with all of this up and down that they have been going through? Another person here said golf is a sport with manners. That's something MAGAs lack. Exactly. These people literally lack manners. I can tell you for a whole fact. Any single place they go to, they actually want to show themselves. Any single place they appear, they want people to know that yes, there are MAGAs here, and it's quite not making sense, because at the end of the day, they are disgracing and embarrassing themselves. So another person here said, I don't look at golf, but this is why I appreciate the way you got those idiots. Please keep the FAFO coming. Exactly, because they'll keep getting the F around and find out the hard way. Another person said, MAGAs equals to make American gross again. This person is not really happy. He said, instead of make American great again, it is make American grows again. And will I blame this person for what he said? No, I would not blame this person, because at the end of the day, we have been seeing that instead of make American great again, it is grows again that we're gently going into back to back. Another person said, MAGAs run everything. This is why we can't have nice things. Exactly, because they want to be in charge. They want to take, they want to overtake, they want to overshadow every single thing. And at the end of the day, instead of going forward, Americans are going backward. And it's bad enough, like very, very bad. Another person said, no, he did not create it. He just helped convince them to crawl out from under rock and show their true color. Another person said, Trump is a symptom, not a disease. I'm sorry to laugh about that, right? But how dare you say that's an orange man, okay? Do not comment that kind of comments here, okay? And that person said, everything Trump touches die. God forbid. We pray that as he's touching America, America should actually revive. And that person here said, as an American, I think other countries should boycott the Olympic and the World Cup. They should walk out whenever Trump speak at the UN or NATO. They should stop taking any calls from him, never make a deal with him, never even mention his name. On this particular one, I don't think that is actually possible because he is the president of the United States of America. But I think on my own case that Olympics should be actually moved. In fact, every single thing should be moved out of the US to another location so that whenever these MAGAs are going to another location to go and watch or to go and play, they will really know how to comport themselves because it is quite getting out of hand. Is either you're seeing them doing this online today or they're doing another thing online tomorrow. Like they just have one way of creating scenes and bringing scenarios that will make people talk. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose because they actually want people to talk. But what I know for sure is the earlier they start realizing that nobody really give a damn about them, nobody cares about them, the earlier the better for them. But anyways, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. I don't want this video to be more longer than it is already. If you haven't subscribed, do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. And guys, with no further ado, I'm going to be Simba and I'll see you guys in my next one. Please, anywhere you are, do not embarrass American, represent American with good caution. Bye.